coming home with a purpose. Carolina Day has arrived in Taiwan on this early morning flight to vote in the country's pivotal elections.
It's my responsibility as a Taiwanese citizen, and I am really keen to shape the future direction of Taiwan for my children and for the future of Taiwan.
Day has spent most of her life outside of Taiwan. Born to Taiwanese parents in Brazil and raised in Australia, she didn't gain full citizenship until her 30s. Now she's part of a group of a few thousand overseas Taiwanese who return to the country to vote each election cycle. That's because Taiwan requires voters to return to the district their household is registered in to submit ballots by hand. Emily Tu has also returned to Taiwan to vote. She's lived outside the country for half her life, having moved to Vancouver when she was in middle school. But her roots are here, and that's why she comes back every 2 years to vote in both presidential and midterm elections.
So my core belief is that I'm a Taiwanese person, and that's something that I value and have sort of anchored my personal identity around.
This group of voters are members of the Kuomintang, Taiwan's main opposition party that espouses friendlier relations with neighboring China. Many of the group have lived in the U.S. for decades and returned to Taiwan in response to their party's call to support their presidential candidate. They say that living abroad lets them see the big picture when it comes to cross-strait relations.
We come from the United States. We know how the United States government think about the situation or the relationship Taiwan needs to be maintained between China and United States.
While overseas voters single out Taiwan's external relations, local voters have more domestic concerns, like the cost of living and low wages.
What's fascinating about the Taiwanese election right now is how all the parties are studiously avoiding the question of China, the question of geopolitics, because they know that voters are fatigued by it. So the difference between, I think, the diaspora and the local voters is the diaspora still sees this as about China. So in a way, the diaspora vote probably still is about this political struggle over Taiwan sovereignty.
Regardless of where they grew up or where they live now, these overseas voters say Taiwan's future is tied to theirs, and the flight back is a small cost in exchange for the priceless chance to vote. Eason Pan, Joseph Wu, Lien, Kris, and Tiffany Wong for TaiwanPlus.